to the 4th edition of Down the Right Field Line. I'm going to be your host for today. My name is Rob, and I'm here to my right with Rafi.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Just like every week, we're going to talk about Marlins baseball, and this week we have a lot to talk about, so we're going to get right into it right away. Tweet us Down the RF Line and comment on this YouTube video just to kind of get into the talk. And let's get into it right away. Rafi, the new Marlins uniforms were announced yesterday, and you know we talked about it a couple of weeks ago in our show, and you know it turns out that the logo that was leaked was actually the one that was the actual logo, and you know they came out yesterday and they had Hanley walking around, Josh Johnson, all these guys, and at first, inside, you're kind of like, those are the uniforms, jeez, oh my gosh, all this stuff. And then you kind of like starting to look at it and you're like, wow, you know, that really has a little bit of a flavor to it. And you kind of, you know, by the end of the night, I'm like, wow, I'm so excited about these new uniforms. Yeah. So, Rafi, talk a little bit about the event and what you think about the change.
Well, definitely. Last night, it was... the energy was buzzing around. You had Pitbull perform. You had all these guys, you know, walking the
runway.
The runway, if you will, with the uniforms, and it looked pretty cool. I mean, you know, it's kind of difficult to I guess reproduce something different as far as the leaked logo. It turned out to be the actual logo, and then yesterday there was a picture online with Infante and Bonifacio posting, you know, for a picture, and at that point, now it's really difficult to say, well, maybe that's not the logo, maybe that's
and
not
that was like right before the event.
Right.
The Fox Sportsnet guy that we both know, David Villavicencio, he you know, retweeted it from somebody else who had taken that picture, and you know, I was kind of still saying, oh, maybe they're trying to trick us and all this other stuff. But it was kind of like me trying to justify it. But in reality, it's a great logo.
Yeah, definitely. I like, you know, people are saying that they're not crazy about the orange. I happen to like it. I mean, it's I think the uniform is pretty cool. There's a lot of variety there. A lot of people say it's similar to the Orioles in terms of color scheme. But then again, you have the M with the different coloring in it, so that's different. Definitely, I'm excited about it, and you know, I just can't wait to get my own uniforms. You know, I never had a jersey from the Florida Marlins.
Yeah, so, I know, that's the thing that drives me crazy, Rafi. We've been huge Marlins fans. We've watched probably 95% of the games for the past decade. Yeah. And you never got a uniform.
It's one of those things that you can't explain, and but hey, now I'm definitely gonna get a new uniform and a new jersey. I don't know about the full uniform. A new jersey and
it'd be a little bit
it'd be a little weird.
But what do you think? You know, they took out the pinstripes, and that was a huge staple for the Marlins since their inception. Right. Before they had the teal pinstripes, now they have the black. Then they had the black pinstripes. Now they just went away with it. Yeah. And when I saw Hanley come out, he's like, Dad, he's like all excited, which, you know, it kind of excites me that he was the first one to come out. Yeah. And you see the entire uniform white. It's like, I mean, I was just like, wow, that's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we had talked about it in the previous, I believe our first show. The pinstripes is almost becoming a dying art, you know, and we're seeing that more and more teams are going with the solid white, and I think it fits down here, and it works for this team. The direction they're going in, the new flavor, and what it seems to be with the Miami Marlins. It's kind of weird saying the Miami Marlins, but
yeah, I know.
Yeah, with the Miami Marlins, it's just I think it fits. I think it works. It's a great look, definitely.
Yeah, I'm so excited. And then they had the Pitbull concert right afterwards, and I I was just like astounded just by the whole presentation.
Yeah.
And of course, Loria presenting it, it fit very well. He did describe the reasons for the colors. He said the orange was to kind of like describe the sunrise and the colors of the sun as it comes up, as well as the orange industry, which is huge in Florida, obviously. The yellow is supposed to describe the sun,
right,
and the beauty of Miami sunshine, and then the blue is the water and the sky. So it's very, very unique in that sense, and I'm just really excited. What did you think about the Omar Infante coming out with the orange uniform?
Yeah, again, I don't know. I've heard that people aren't fond of the orange, but I happen to like it. It's something that is pretty cool.
Do you think? I don't mean to interrupt you, but do you think it kind of like? It seems like Miami is always something orange. You have the Dolphins, you have the Hurricanes, the Heat have orange in their colors.
Yeah.
So do you think it's kind of like Miami has to have orange in their uniform?
Probably. I mean, it's definitely looking that way now. I think we just need the Panthers to turn into orange,
right?
Which is not going to happen. They just went red. But but yeah, I guess that's the color of Miami is the orange. Behind me, you got orange seats, which we no longer have, but it's with the Dolphins, and I believe the orange just fits down here, and I think people are gonna learn to like it. They're gonna wear it just like they wear the Dolphins orange uniforms when they play Sunday night, Monday night, whenever they don those orange jerseys. I think you're gonna see a lot of the Marlins orange jerseys come out. And is that the orange is the alternate for both home and road, or is it?
I think it's only alternate for home.
Okay.
I think the road alternate is going to be the black.
Okay.
Just like before, which I'm glad, because I really, really liked the black uniform. So I like the fact that we can wear that on the road.
Yeah.
Plus, a new addition to our repertoire of uniforms is the fact that now at home, they're going to wear Miami across as well as an alternate, which the Texas Rangers have done that for a while.
Yeah.
So it's really exciting because, I mean, not only do you have the stadium, but now you go to the ball game and you don't know which uniforms they're going to be wearing. Before it was just 3 uniforms. So really excited about that. And leading up to this event, you just had massive amounts of rumors. We're going to talk a little bit about it right now.
Definitely.
On Friday, right before the event started, Ken Rosenthal, if you guys don't follow him on Twitter, definitely follow him because he's always breaking news. And he said that he's heard from several sources that the Marlins have made substantial offers to Albert Pujols and Jose Reyes. Later on it broke that they made an offer to Burley. And I think I heard this morning that they made an offer to Madsen.
Oh, really? Okay.
So, the Marlins are putting all their chips on the table and saying, this is about our fans. And, it's really exciting. Now, a lot of people are skeptical about it and saying, well, they just did it to hype it up, and then they're just going to end up, being
not
cheap like they always are. So, I don't necessarily buy that just because of the fact that the Marlins, I mean, you could see in the event yesterday, they didn't cut strings anywhere. They went 100%, huge event. So, what are your thoughts on the rumors?
Actually, let me preface by saying that there was a quote in one of the articles. I don't remember which one, and basically it was to the effect of, well, Loria's organization, whatnot. He's been a bit of a penny pincher in his career, and what he basically said was, well, we kind of had no choice but to be penny pinchers because of our situation. But now that we're in a new ballpark and a new home, we were never that way. We were never penny pinchers. It was just the situation in which we were that made us had to, resort to that. But what he's hopefully trying to say is that he's got the money. And so.
And the Marlins have been saving up for this moment.
Yeah.
They've saved up a lot of money. You know, they got a lot of criticism by the Players Association, but you can't blame any business for saving up money for their grand opening.
Mm-hmm.
So
Definitely.
I read an article this morning. Tell me what you think about this. Some guy, I think he's a writer for Yahoo or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote an article about how, you know, this is all just, you know, smoke and mirrors. Jeffrey Lurie is going to be cheap just as always, and all this other stuff, and huge bashing of the Marlins.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty substantial article, and I was just like, come on, man. I mean, it's almost like the Miami Heat situation all over again. People get upset when a Miami team wants to go big, because we're never looked at as a big market city.
Mm-hmm.
And now when we try to go big, everybody starts bashing us.
They get jealous. They get jealous. I think, with the Marlins, they saw what the Heat did last season, and I think they don't have to, but I think they want to follow suit and do exactly or more or less what the Heat did, because you need to have that, like you said, we need to build that market up down here in Miami, and that's a great way to do it. For those who just have given up on the franchise, I think this is a great time to come back. Jump on that bandwagon. We'll welcome you in right now.
The Miami Marlins are a totally different breed.
Right.
So get excited. You know, just start talking about it. There's so much buzz about the Miami Marlins right now. It's incredible. But I kind of wanted to break out one of our new things that we're going to start doing. We're going to have a question every week, so you guys can either comment on this video, tweet us, post it on Facebook, you know, or email us, and just tell us your answer for this question. The question for this week is, what do you think of the new Marlins uniform? Do you like it? Do you think it's going to take time to kind of embrace it? What are your thoughts? Tweet us on it, and next show we'll talk about what people thought and kind of a general consensus of what real Marlins fans think about this new uniform.
Definitely.
Well, that kind of wraps it up for this show. As always, we're going to end with our random video of the week. I just wanted to explain to you guys, we kind of forgot to mention in the last show, to watch our Major Freak Out video, you have to watch it on the computer, because you're going to have a little pop-up that's going to link you to the video. So make sure to watch us on your computer so you can see the Major Freak Out. And that kind of wraps it up for this week. Again, my name is Rob, he's Rafi, and for our random video of the week, which we like to call
the Major Freak Out.